Hi, my name is Madison, and I'll be guiding us through the next 30 minutes of our vinyasa flow. I'm really grateful that we're here to practice some yoga together today. We're going to begin in child's pose, so go ahead and guide your knees out wide to the edges of your mat. Big toes to touch, just sinking your hips down and back towards your heels, extending your arms long, and grounding your forehead down towards your mat. Just begin to settle into your space and to notice the rhythm of your breath. The rise of each inhale as you pull air in through the nostrils and down into the belly, and the fall of each exhale as you release through the mouth. Just begin to gently guide your awareness inward, to notice the sensations in your body, to notice the thoughts running through your mind. Something I've really started to realize is how closely tied our yoga practice is to our daily lives outside of this space. And the real magic of yoga begins when we start to apply the lessons that we learn on our mats into our day-to-day lives. One really powerful lesson that has exposed itself to me through this practice is the impact of getting vulnerable and being able to get uncomfortable. As we flow through our movements today, you'll notice that we need to get vulnerable with our physicality, with our breath, but I'd also like to invite you to consider somewhere else in your life that could use a little vulnerability, a little getting uncomfortable. Stepping out of your comfort zone. In my own experience, I've noticed that the areas in my life where I'm radically authentic are also the areas in relationships that tend to flourish and evolve the most. How can you get vulnerable today on and off your mat? Remind yourself that you're exactly where you need to be in this moment. Let's begin our practice by syncing up our breath. Take a deep inhale through the nose, fill all the way up to the top, and take an open mouth release. Let's take another round just like that. Deep breath in through the nose, fill all the way up to the top, and take an open mouth exhale. Feel yourself soften down into the earth. We'll take 3 rounds of breath here together, this time with breath retention at the top. This will tap into our nervous systems, allowing it to know that it's safe, time to slow down. Take a deep breath in, fill all the way up to the top. Take one last tiny sip through the nose and hold it for 3, 2, 1. Open mouth exhale. 2 more rounds just like that. Deep breath in through the nose, fill all the way up to the top. Take that last tiny sip into the belly and hold for 3, 2, 1. Open mouth release. Let something go. Final round, deepest, most intentional round yet. In through the nose. Fill all the way up. Feel yourself expand. Take 1, maybe 2 tiny sips at the top. And hold for 3, 2, 1. Open mouth exhale. Let it go. Beautiful. And just return to your natural rhythm of breath, noticing any shifts in your mind and in your body. And on your next inhale, slowly roll up through neutral tabletop. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees. Just begin to take some intuitive movements here. Remember that everything I teach today is merely a suggestion. I always want to invite you to find that agency within your practice to take what feels good in your body. There's always the option to drop down through child's pose and breathe. I always like to say that as long as you're breathing on your mat, you're doing this practice right. Release all expectation and just allow it to be intuitive. We'll ground down through neutral tabletop as you exhale and inhale for cow pose. Drop your belly towards the earth, send your gaze high. Pause in this first round, really pinch your shoulder blades together, spread wide through your seat. Deep breath in. And exhale, cat, dome through your upper back. Send your gaze towards your navel. Really press that space between your shoulder blades high. 1 more breath out. Inhale for cow pose. Drop your belly towards the earth. Send your gaze skyward. Exhale, cat. And take a couple more rounds of these at your own pace, trusting your rhythm, your cadence. This is your flow, your practice. Just beginning to find that fluidity through your spine. Final few rounds of breath here. And we'll ground down through neutral tabletop. And go ahead and walk your fingertips so far forward that you melt your heart down towards the earth for puppy pose. Draw your forehead or your chin down to the earth. And we'll pause here. Maintain the stack of your hips over your knees. Soften through your torso. See if you could intentionally direct your breath into your shoulders where you feel the stretch. Imagine that you're massaging the tissues, the cells with every breath you take. And perhaps you cultivate your ujjayi breath. This is a pranayama breathing technique where you slightly constrict the base of your throat. I like to do this by sealing off the lips and connecting the tongue to the roof of the mouth. You'll breathe deeply in and out of your nose, creating an oceanic-like sound. These are known as the breaths of fire. I highly encourage that you revisit them as we flow here together today. Really get intentional with your breath. Allow it to guide every movement you make. On your next breath in, slowly return your palms back beneath your shoulders. And shift your weight into your left palm. Extend your right fingertips high and take some circular movements through your joints, your shoulder, your wrist, your elbow. Just beginning to find that mobility through the joints. Take one more deep breath in to reach tall. And exhale, threaded needle. Guide your right arm beneath your body. Connect your shoulder and your ear down to the earth. Breathe here. Option to walk your left fingertips forward, or perhaps you reach for the half bind behind your back. Wherever you're at, soften through your torso. Really feel into that expansion through the back of your heart space. On your next exhale, reground your palm. Inhale, spiral open, reach tall. Exhale, ground down through neutral tabletop. Take it straight into the second side. Left fingertips extend high, taking those circular movements through your joints. Take a deep inhale to get expansive, reach tall. And exhale, threaded needle. Same setup, second side. Once again, we'll breathe here. Find that same variation with your right fingertips. Soften through your neck. Maintain the stack of your hips over your knees. And on your exhale, replant your right palm. Inhale, extend your left fingertips high, unwind. And exhale, ground down through neutral tabletop. Let's go ahead and begin to activate our core. On your inhale, extend your left fingertips forward. Really plug your shoulder blade back and powerfully extend your right toes behind you for spinal balance. We'll pause here. Rotate your right hip down towards the earth to square off your hips. Intentionally point through your toes. Lift high through your extended glute and hamstring. Stay for a deep inhale. And exhale, curl knee to elbow. Really press the earth away from you. Dome through your upper back. Think like cat pose. Inhale, reach, re-expand, spinal balance. And 2 more rounds. Exhale, curl. Inhale, find length. Exhale, curl knee to elbow. Inhale, find length, and pause. Come back to your form. Find your breath for 3, 2, 1. Ground down through neutral tabletop. Maybe you wiggle it out between sides. As you're ready, right fingertips extend forward. Left toes extend behind you. Find length. We'll pause. Lift high through your thumb, your big toe. Shift your left hip tip down towards the earth this time. Hug your belly button up and in towards your spine. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl knee to elbow. Inhale, reach, find length. 2 more rounds. Exhale, curl. Inhale, find length. Exhale, curl knee to elbow. Inhale, reach, find length, and pause for 3, 2, 1. Ground down through your neutral tabletop. Beautiful. Go ahead and walk your palms slightly forward, tuck your toes, pike your hips up and back, downward facing dog. This is our first time here. Just begin to pedal it out. Feel into your body. Notice how you're arriving in this space today. Setting aside any judgment, any labels, just begin to cultivate that sense of self-compassion in these early moments of practice. And we'll ground down through stillness in our downward facing dog as you exhale. And we'll pause. Really spread your fingertips out wide. Feel that support from the mat. And press your chest towards your thighs. Find a micro bend through your knees as you rotate your tailbone skywards. Let's take a deep cleansing breath out. Inhale, come up to your tippy toes, gaze forward, and take 10 tiny intentional steps to the top of your mat. Feet come out wide for ragdoll, uttanasana, deep forward fold. We'll breathe here. Option to grab opposite hand, opposite elbow. Find a generous bend through your knees. Allow your crown to hang heavy. Maybe you find a gentle sway side to side, a gentle rock up and down. Just find that length of your spine. And breathe into the back line of your legs. And on your exhale, release your fingertips down towards the earth and plant your left palm between your feet. Inhale, extend your right fingertips high for a twist. Find a generous bend through your left knee, maybe some gentle circular movements through your wrist. And take a deep inhale. And exhale, switch sides. Plant your right palm, left fingertips extend skywards. Peel your heart space open. And take a deep inhale. And exhale, release, fold. Toe heel your feet to touch in the center of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Press your palms gently into your shins or your upper thighs. And we'll pause. You press your shoulders away from your ears. Create length all the way from the base of your tailbone to the crown of your head. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold, release. 2 more rounds just like that. Inhale, halfway lift, find length of your spine. Exhale, fold, let it go. Final round just like that. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, release. And take 1 deep cleansing breath out here. Let all of your air go. On your inhale, slowly roll up 1 vertebrae at a time up through standing mountain pose. Extend your arms up overhead. We'll pause. Drive your tailbone down, hug your navel up and in. Maybe you close down your eyes, feel into your power. Perhaps you set an intention for your practice today. Let's take a deep inhale to find length. And exhale, side bend to your right. Drop your right arm down, send your left arm up and overhead. And we'll pause, draw your shoulder away from your ear. Maybe you even rotate your pinky down to face the earth. Feel into that expansion through your side body. 1 more breath out. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, side bend left, same thing, second side, up and over. We'll pause, squeeze your inner thighs for stability. Let's take a deep exhale to lean deeper, feel into the expansion. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, cactus back bend. Goal post your arms and press your hips forward. We'll pause in this first round, squeeze your back body for support. Lift your elbows to align with your shoulder heads. 1 more cleansing breath out. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Plant your palms, step your feet back. We'll pause. High plank is a foundational posture for us today. Let's make sure we set it up right. Start by stacking your shoulders over your wrists. In yoga, we like to dome through the upper back. Think almost like cat pose here. Wrap your lower belly up and in towards your rib cage. Option to stay, or maybe you play with the alternating heel lift. Lift 1 heel, set your toes down, and then lift the other. Keep your strong plank alignment. We're just here for 5. Come back to your breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. Ground down through high plank and slowly begin to lower yourself all the way down to your belly. Flip to the tops of your feet. Plant your palms by your low ribs. Ground down for your exhale. Inhale, squeeze to lift, low cobra, Bhujangasana. Elevate your chest. We'll pause. Spread wide through your collarbones. Really allow the lift to originate from your lower back by bringing little to no weight into your palms. Maybe they even come to hover. Press down firmly to the tops of your feet for 3. Lift higher for 2. 1. Gently release. And place your palms out in front of you for crocodile pose. Relax your forehead. Maybe you windshield wipe your legs side to side. A little release to the low back. Take some cleansing, intentional breaths. A moment to come back to yourself, to your intention. And as you're ready, plant your palms. Press your way up through high plank or neutral tabletop. We'll meet in our downward facing dog. That sequence of movement is known as our Sun A. Let's go ahead and flow it out a couple more times, picking up the pace, warming up the body. Inhale, gaze to the top of your mat. Exhale, your journey there, walk, step, or hop. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana, reach high. Exhale, side bend to your right. Option to grab for your left wrist this time. Pull up and over. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, side bend left. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, cactus back bend. Big release on the exhale. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Plant your palms. Step your feet back. We'll pause. Let's move through our first chaturanga here together today. Always the option to drop to your knees or move through low cobra. From your high plank, inhale, hinge forward, shoulders past wrists. Exhale, slowly lower halfway or all the way. Elbows always hug in by the side body. Inhale for upward facing dog or cobra. Flip to the tops of your feet. Send your gaze high, open through your throat. And on your exhale, use your core strength to pike your hips up and back, downward facing dog. This is beautiful. This is our chaturanga sequence. Always the option to skip it. We meet in downward facing dog. Or add the extra chaturanga push-ups if you're feeling like spicing up your practice today. Really make it your own. One final round of Sun A. Inhale, gaze to the top. Exhale, your way there. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, root to rise. Exhale, side bend to your right, any variation. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, side bend left. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, cactus back bend, let something go. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank, plant your palms, step or float back. Move through your chaturanga, your flow. Allow your breath to guide you, take it slow. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Let's sync up our breath here together. Deep inhale through the nose. Open mouth, release. Good. Inhale, 3-leg dog. Right toes extend high. And pause here. Really intentionally reach and point through your toes. Lift high through your extended glute and hamstring. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, knee to nose, tap. Really shift forward like you're coming through high plank. Inhale, 3-leg dog, re-extend. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot forward. We'll pause here in our lunge. Begin to take some intuitive movements. Just begin to feel into your lower body. It's our first time in our lunge position. Maybe you straighten and bend through your front leg. And as you're ready, we'll meet in that low runner's lunge and ground down for your exhale. Really pull your right hip back. Inhale, squeeze to rise, high crescent. And pause. Really press your left hip forward, square off your hips towards the front of your space, squeeze through your glutes. Reach your fingertips high, but relax your shoulders from your ears. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, crescent airplane, sweep your arms back like you could take flight here. Pause. Come up high onto the ball mound of your back foot. Press the back of your thigh towards the sky. Spread wide through your collarbones. One more deep breath out. Inhale, high crescent. Exhale, warrior 2. Seal your back heel flat. Take a peek down and find your heel to arch alignment. Begin to settle in. It's our first time opening our hips towards the long edge of our mat. Drive your front knee to stack over your ankle. Spread your wings. Send your gaze past your middle finger. Feel into your power. Here for 3, 2, 1. Spiral your palms down to the earth. Step your foot back. Move through your variation, your chaturanga. We'll meet in our downward facing dog. Second side, here we go. Inhale, 3-leg dog. Left toes extend high. And pause in this first round. Once again, spread your fingertips out wide. Feel that support. Press your chest towards your anchored thigh. One more deep inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, tap. Shift forward, stack your shoulders over your wrists. Inhale, 3-leg dog, re-extend. Exhale, low lunge, step your left foot forward. Once again, a moment to surf it out. Feel into your body. Find some intuitive movement. Just notice the sensations in your hamstrings and your hips. On your next exhale, ground down through that active low lunge. Squeeze your inner thighs to rise, high crescent. This time, press your right hip forward to square off your hips. Find a micro bend through your back knee. Let's take a deep inhale. Exhale, crescent airplane. Sweep your arms back like you're peering over a cliff. Get vulnerable here. Shine your palms down to face the earth. Imagine your pinkies could touch behind your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Deep exhale. Inhale, high crescent, re-extend. Exhale, warrior 2. Seal your back heel flat. Find that heel to arch alignment. Send your gaze past your middle finger. Drive your front knee to stack over your ankle. Equalize the weight between your feet. Feel into your power for 3, 2, 1. Spiral your palms down to the earth. Step your foot back. Move through your variation, your flow. We'll meet in our down dog. Inhale, gaze to the top of your mat. Exhale, your journey there. Walk, step, or hop. Inhale, halfway lift. Find length through your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Sink your hips low, arms reach high. And pause. Really shift your weight back into your heels. Wrap your tailbone down towards the earth. Carve out the midline of your body. Reach your fingertips high. Relax your shoulders. Let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, open twist towards your right. Right fingertips extend back behind you. Good. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, open left. Inhale, chair. Exhale, chair plane. Sweep your arms behind you. We'll pause here. Once again, shift your weight back into your heels. Wrap your tailbone low. Shine your palms down to face the earth. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. One more deep exhale. Inhale, chair pose. Let's flow it out. Exhale, chair plane. Sweep. Inhale, chair. Exhale, chair plane, and pause. Option for drinking bird. Come up to your tippy toes. Squeeze your ankles, your calves towards one another. Option to stay here, or maybe you play with the pulse of your hips up and down, just for 5. Remind yourself that falling is a beautiful part of the practice. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Ground your heels. Inhale, chair pose. Sweep your arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms. Step or float back. Move through your variation, your flow. We'll meet in our downward facing dog. Let's take a deep inhale through the nose and an open mouth release. Let's flow it out one more time. Breath to movement. Inhale, 3-leg dog. Right toes extend high. Exhale, knee to nose. Tap. Inhale, 3-leg dog. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot forward. Squeeze your right hip back. Inhale to rise. High crescent. Exhale, crescent airplane. Sweep your arms back. Inhale to warrior 2. Slice open. Find your heel to arch alignment. Send your gaze past your middle finger. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spiral your palms down to the earth. Step your foot back. Move through your flow. Always the option for the single leg variation. We'll meet in our downward facing dog. Straight to the second side. Inhale for 3-leg dog. Left toes extend high. Exhale, knee to nose. Tap. Inhale, 3-leg dog. Exhale, low lunge. Step forward. Inhale, high crescent. Squeeze to rise. Exhale, crescent airplane. Sweep your arms back. Inhale, warrior 2. Spiral open. Seal your back heel flat. Find that heel to arch alignment. Just take a deep breath in. Open mouth release. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Palms come down to the earth. Step your foot back. Move through your variation, your vinyasa. Final flow of practice. Make it count, whatever that means for you. We'll meet in down dog, and we'll begin to slow things down with some hip opening. Inhale, 3-leg dog. Right toes extend high. Exhale, half pigeon. Guide your right knee outside of your right wrist, really working to parallel your shin with the front of your space. Soften through your hips. Take one more deep breath in to reach your gaze, your heart high. And exhale, softly sleep your pigeon down towards the earth. Allow your forehead to rest upon something that could be a prop, your fist, the mat. This just signifies to the nervous system that it's time to slow down, time to come back to the rhythm of your breath. See if you could give yourself permission to lean into the silence, to lean into the stillness. Our vinyasa practice is known for the heat and the strength it builds, but these moments of softness and of surrender are equally important. Can you reaffirm to yourself that you're exactly where you need to be? See if you could direct your breath into your outer hip space where you feel the stretch. Four more deep, intentional rounds of breath. On your next inhale, slowly rise, return to your palms, and press back into your 3-leg dog. Right toes extend high. And find any counter stretch you like here. Maybe you yawn your hip open for scorpion dog or flip over entirely for wild thing. Take your time. We'll meet in our downward facing dog. We'll move straight into that second side. Left toes extend high for 3-leg dog. Exhale, half pigeon. Same setup, second side. Trusting yourself as you get there, take one more deep breath in to find length. Send your gaze, your heart high. And exhale, softly surrender down towards the earth. We tend to store a lot of tension and trauma in the hips, so just remind yourself that whatever's coming up in the mind and in the body is simply an aspect of yourself that's worthy of your love and your compassion. Just be here with your breath. Come back to your intention. Take a moment to thank yourself for getting vulnerable today, for being willing to step away from the external stimulus of life and look within. Four more deep, intentional rounds of breath. On your inhale, slowly return to your palms. Press your way back into your three-legged dog. Same counter stretch, second side. Maybe scorpion dog or flip over for wild thing. Just balancing out the right and the left. Take your time. We'll meet in our down dog. We'll take one final round of breath here together. Inhale through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Drop down to your knees. Find your way onto your seat and recline all the way down onto your back body. We'll find one round of bridge pose here together. Plant your heels down by your glutes, so much so that you could brush your fingertips along the backs of your heels. We'll ground down for the exhale, really seal your lower back flat. And inhale, press your hips towards the sky for bridge. Really shimmy your shoulder blades together beneath your back. Energetically drive your shins forward. And untuck your chin away from your chest. Expand through your throat space. Take 3 rounds of intentional breath here, feeling the rise and the fall of your belly. On your third and final exhale, slowly lower one vertebrae at a time down to the earth. And hug your knees in towards your chest. We'll find happy baby to reset. Grab for the inner or outer arches of your feet, your calves, or your hamstrings. Just pressing your feet up against your hands, drawing your knees down towards the earth. Just iron your low spine flat. Maybe find a gentle rock side to side. And on your inhale, hug both knees in towards your chest. And allow them to fall off towards the right for a twist. Send your gaze past your left fingertips. Really anchor both shoulder blades down into the mat. Take a deep cleansing breath out. And inhale, guide both knees back in through center and allow them to fall over towards the left. Once again, anchor both shoulder blades down into the earth. Send your gaze opposite of your legs. Allow that twist to come from deep in the mid-belly. Let's take a final breath out. Let all of your air go. And inhale, gather both knees in towards your chest. Hug your forehead up towards your knees. Give yourself one last tiny moment of compression. Hug yourself close. Give yourself that moment of acknowledgement for showing up on your mat today. And on your exhale, release through final Shavasana, corpse pose. Allow yourself to fully surrender, to soften. Give yourself the permission, the space to soak up all the benefits of your practice, and I'll let you know when it's time to return. Slowly begin to reawaken with some deep intentional breaths, just guiding awareness back into the body. Maybe some gentle movement through your extremities, your fingertips, your toes, your wrists, your ankles. Moving into a full body stretch. Arms reach up overhead as you feel ready. No rush at all. We'll meet up in a tall, comfortable seat. Crown extended high, palms at heart center. Eyes closed or gaze soft. Taking one final moment of stillness, of gratitude. A moment to thank yourself for showing up and for nourishing the most important relationship that you have. It's the one with yourself. On your inhale, gather your thumbs through third eye center. I honor the place within where we're all one. We bow in gratitude. Namaste.